Hello world, I'm Travis Prescott and welcome to my first YouTube video. Now granted it's not earth-shattering news, but since this is my first video I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about why it is that I'm doing the channel and to establish an actual definite concrete goal that I want to achieve. Now I've wanted to do a channel for a long time. In fact, my nephew has told me constantly that I should make a YouTube channel. One of the things that I've been doing for a couple years now is Toastmasters. And if you've never heard of it, it's basically a group where you practice your public speaking and communication skills. A lot of the habits that I have that I want to work on are things that I can observe and practice getting rid of on camera. For example, you may notice that I tend to have very animated facial expressions, which for some people it's great and for others it's distracting. But also eliminating things like ahs and ums and pauses. Those are things that I can work on talking to a camera. There actually is a speaking for television manual that I don't have, but I might get it in the future once I get through the ones I'm working on. The other reason for making the channel is kind of embarrassing, but it's also true, and that is my social life sucks. I've been out of the Navy for almost 3 years now, and I don't really have friends here locally that I do things with. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll get my personality out there for the world to see, and I don't know, maybe meet some people that are here in my area. Who knows? But what stopped me? Well, what stopped me is the same thing that has stopped so many people from achieving their goals, which is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of just plain sucking publicly. I mean, I'm not Key of Awesome, I'm not Tobuscus, I'm not any of these channels that I subscribe to or that I would share. So I've thought, well, why is anyone going to want to listen to me talk every week? Ultimately, I realized it doesn't matter. All that really amounts to is negative self-talk, and the only thing it can accomplish is to get me to do nothing. And I don't know of anyone who has ever succeeded at anything by doing nothing. Anyone that has been a success has had to apply deliberate action, oftentimes consistent deliberate action. And with that in mind, my goal for the channel is to establish a habit of content creation. Now I do intend, as I get better at this, for the content to become more relevant and high quality and useful, but starting out I'm pretty much going to just settle for whatever. More specifically, I want to put out at least one video a week that's at least 3 minutes long. Now that only equates to like a single page of single-space text, and that is completely doable. But I would like your help in keeping me accountable. If you would subscribe to the channel, that would be fantastic. You can keep me accountable to my goal and message me angry messages when I slip. Or if you have any ideas for what I could do in future videos, or you have any tips or advice for me or whatever, anything, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Well, here's to a successful first video. It was one giant step for me and a completely inconsequential step for all of mankind. But until next week, I'm returning 0.